3, 2, 1, action.
All right. Hello, guys. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Jeff Ndegwa, and welcome back to Washera Gikonyo TV. This is a conjunction between Washera Gikonyo TV and Showtime TV. I told you we are all under one roof, so make sure all our content you can be able to get it all across our platforms: Facebook, YouTube, tuko kila mahali. Yeah. So, and today we are hosting a very great guy, John, and he's going to introduce himself. Today we are talking about mental health. There is a very serious issue in our country and beyond about mental health. I said that you can be good physically, but you're not well up here, isn't it? So these are the issues that we are going to discuss today with John and get to know what he does in terms of what he's doing with his life also. Yeah. So how are you, John?
I'm doing good.
I want you to check, to look at the camera, not to check.
I'm doing good. I've been well. Maybe I can start by introducing myself. My name is John Wangui. John Wangui, the first title is that he's a born-again believer. He believes in God. John Wangui is also the founder and president of Matters Youth Foundation, an organization that focuses on counseling, mentorship and ministry. And that is why when you mention mental health, then truly it's one of our purposes and the reason why we exist. But above all that, John Wangui is a public speaker and a youth minister. Yeah.
Hallelujah. All right. So thank you for that. It's a great introduction to get to know you and whatever you're doing. So tell us, I want us to start with Matters Youth Foundation. How did you conceptualize this before we even get to Matters mental health?
Okay. Matters Youth Foundation is an organization that was started barely a year ago. It was started in April 2023, though the vision was laid back in February, but we started implementing in April. This because together with the co-founder, Madam Nemangodo, she's a counseling psychologist, we went to the same school and somehow we experienced the challenges that many of our fellow young people are going through, and we wanted to present ourselves as a solution to the various problems. And so because of that, we had the urge to start this organization to become, let me say, a vessel of impact and also to change people's lives. Yeah.
Yes. What does it take to be able to come up with such? What are the steps? Do you first call yourself with Nema, then you call the others? How did you conceptualize? How did you get the good numbers that you're having today?
Okay, it started as a vision. You know, somebody once said that if what you're selling to the world is a vision, then truly men follow vision. They don't really follow men. And when people can identify with their vision, they'll follow the man who carries the vision. So how it started was that we came together, held hands, and then we looked for like-minded people, and we went out to the world. And by God's grace, there were men, young men and women, and even older, who are ready to join hands with us, and that is why I believe we have grown as much as we have here.
Right, congratulations on that. You are really trying. So some of the issues that I want us to discuss today is about how mental health is affecting the youth in terms of making sober decisions, making prudent moves, and definitely being to be able to live a good life. So which are some of the issues that you're seeing nowadays that we can say that the youth are struggling with?
I think for me, I can focus on my area. I spend most of my time ministering in schools, and I'm able to associate with so many young people, especially teenagers. And one of the challenges that, let me say, we've been settling for this year is an area to do with traumas, especially childhood traumas. And even parenting issues, which lead to traumas actually. And then we have depression cases, you see suicide. All these are cases that are seen, but there's a story behind them. So for me, I can say those are the major areas, from suicide, depression, and traumas that majorly go unaddressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. There's this recent incident about the girl who was murdered in, I don't know whether Roysambu. The guy murdered the chick and the lady, and the story is on all over the social media. So which are some of the contributing factors to such cases? The guy is killing, and we've heard it so many times. Which are the contributing factors?
I don't know which gender I should focus on, but when it comes to the male, getting to a point of murder, I believe there is a very serious problem. I believe if you can bring yourself to murder a human being, you are suffering from serious mental health issues, and that is why it's an issue. So if your state of mind is not right, then even it kind of leads to even how you act. So I believe many of them are battling with mental health issues, and they have gone unaddressed, and maybe that is why they resort to doing such things. For the lady, I don't in particular what's the reason why she was killed or why she would even trust such a man. But one thing that we find in our generation is that, as I talked about trauma, many of the young ladies never grew up with fathers. Let me say, broken families are a major contributor. So for the young lady, in my own thought, I could think maybe they lacked the love of a father. And that is why we usually champion for the wholeness of families. Because if you get it right at family, I believe even the value that a child grows with, it won't lead them to do some things. That young lady maybe would have chosen to look for a man who can sustain her in all wellness. But maybe
fill the space.
Yes, sir. Yes. But because they lacked that in their childhood, maybe they usually act out so that they can feel that love in another man. So yes, I can say mental health, a serious crisis. Yeah.
So we've seen, actually you've mentioned about parenting, and some of the issues that we have is parental wounds. You've been hurt as a child, but you grow up with it when going on forward. So which is the best way to address parental wounds? An absent father, maybe a father that has amewaacha tu. How can you maybe deal with that and cope with that as you grow as a young man or a young lady?
Growing as a young man or a young lady, if there's something, lately we've been focusing on couples ministry, being led by Nema Ngoto, our vice president, and we've been championing for people to date right. Because if you can date right, then you can marry right. It's good for young people to know that it's not just about the boyfriend or the girlfriend that you have. Remember, they'll be your future husband. They'll be the future father of your children. It's not just about the girl. It's about she'll be the wife. She'll be the mother of your child. So let us date right. And on the part of wounds, somebody once said that if you don't heal your wounds, you'll bleed on people who did not hurt you. And I believe that is the problem in our families. Many of our parents are bleeding on their children, and the children are carrying on the very pain their parents went through, and they're living out that pain. So if we get it right at family, but more so as young people, if we get it right at the dating stage and courtship and even relationship stage, then I believe future parenting will be better. Yeah.
So, all right, that's nice, because I'm seeing a lot of people are struggling with you don't know you are wounded, and you put it very well. If you're not aware of your wound, you may bleed on other people. Yeah. All right. So I'm thinking about the current state of now, the economic factor. We've talked about the social factors such as suicide and everything, and killing each other. So now there's the economic factor. Nowadays, we as young people, we want to get rich as fast as possible. So how can we address this? The thing, because hata mimi niko hapo. I want to be rich as soon as possible. I'm thinking about I scroll on Facebook to check the latest V8 model. So I'm the latest car model. Which are some of the things that the young people can do to be able to pull down the pressure that they're having about making it very fast.
Okay. I think one thing we should understand as young people is that life is a process. Life is, can we call it a series? It's not just about one episode and boom, everything works. A series contains so many seasons and so many episodes. And when you compile them together, they make up the success story of any series movie. I believe your life is the same. Understand that life is a process. There's no success that happens overnight. And the challenge that we have, especially with social media, we're so used to being exposed to success in its raw form, but we don't know the story behind it. And I believe that somehow that one has clouded our mind to believe that success is overnight. I believe we're here working daily because we know it's about building slowly, step by step, until you make it. But above all, let me talk about the economic situation. If there's one thing that I can advocate for, it's resilience. Resilience in our time. Let's understand that the economic times are hard, and we need to be resilient. I'm not a counselor, but if there's one advice that Nema gave me, she told me that optimistic people tend to go through situations and deal with them better. So if you're resilient and you're optimistic, I believe you can pull through. I think maybe we need the healing of mind also, so that we understand that this journey towards success, we are all going towards there. Everyone wants to be great. Everyone wants to be successful. But let us all understand that it's a journey.
It's a journey.
Yes, sir.
All right. So thank you for that. I'm feeling about the current. There's so much about the youth. And of course, we cannot stretch about politics. Politics is one greatest factor. The other day, our president came around here to launch the affordable housing, and one of the things that actually not in Nyeri, but there's a place he said finya laptop. Have you heard that? Finya laptop dollars itoke. So what? How can you analyze that? Are they just making fun of online stuff? And also there are things like forex. They've come and those people are showing us money we've never seen before. I'm seeing young men driving cars, cars that old men CEOs are driving. So current politics and everything and the scams that are coming, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, finya laptop. I can say to an extent it's true, but the problem is that politics have reduced it to such a mundane thing to think that it's just finya laptop. Those people do a lot of work before they get those dollars. Yes, there's a lot of work that goes behind it before you get that dollar. So it's not just about finya laptop. It's okay, it's a good thing to clamor about, but it's not just about it.
Not common in the market. That's why he maybe used the word finya. He doesn't know what it means, what it takes.
Yeah, true. But maybe what I can also tell my generation is this: if there's an area that I believe will earn for our time, it's one that is in line with the current technology that is in place. A lot of people are earning online. And sadly, let me say the situation in Kenya or in Africa isn't any better, that you can live and expect to be employed and live a great life. But I can tell you that you can work online genuinely and get something good. But the problem is that in as much as we're recommending it, there are so many people, there are so many scams. And I believe that is why in as much as you can push it out there, there are so many people who kill it at the same time. So personally, I believe in online working and that you can earn. There are very few people who are legit and who are true, but if you can find them, I believe that's a good pursuit. Yeah.
Right. So, which are some of the ways that do you think the government can invest in the youth to make sure that we secure the next generation, or no, not the next generation, but the future leaders, the future adults? These are the youth that are going to transition to mothers, fathers in the near future. And by the way, we have a generation that doesn't care. Do you know that? We have a generation that doesn't care. This is a mother, this is a father. That's why you are hearing mamuna, mama, mbaba, because they don't care. So I wonder about the generation that is coming. They are going to bring a revolution to all this. But which are some of the things do you think that can help this generation to be able to align itself? One, what God wants for us, and number two, what is right before God and men. What can we do to align our generation?
I don't know if I can say that the government can help. To some extent it has. I believe many of the young people, for me, I'm a campus student. I've gone through education. I've been empowered. My mind has been opened. I've gotten exposure, and now I can use that for my advantage. If there's something that I usually push for, especially the young people, understand that it's your life and it's your responsibility. Don't wait for your government to save you. At the end of the day, it's your life. If you just personally decide that you'll make something out of your life, let me tell you, that's the most powerful decision you'll ever make. It's not really about what opportunity the government will give you, what new thing the government will bring in to implement, but it's more about your personal choice about your own life, and also your drive towards purpose, because I believe we all have a purpose. Your drive towards a purpose and the desire to want to see it implemented. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, thank you for that. I don't know whether I have another question, but according to you, you've started a foundation, you're doing well. I know the future is bright.
Yes.
But which are some of the steps that you are willing now, because the government cannot be able to come fully into help this generation of ours, which are some of the steps that do you think you'll do? And maybe you can share out there is somebody who can be able maybe to partner with you, because I believe in you, John. You are very visionary, you're doing great stuff. Yes. Which are some of the steps that you're going to take in terms of helping our generation?
I can say one area which is key is mentorship. Yes. Actually, even as we speak, tonight it's on Saturday. Yes. We'll be having a capacity building session online, just to equip especially the ex-candidates and also campus students with capacity. We want to make them know that you can build value. I think where we can come in is especially in the area of mentorship, and also we do ministry and counseling. We've been doing counseling classes. For January and February, we were doing self-awareness classes, because we believe if you become more self-aware, you become more productive even in your personal life, and of course you become a better person. So if there's someone maybe who would like to work with us, our mandate is to our generation, that's what we say, and our slogan is equipping a generation. So we shall work with what we have where we can, and do our best to raise a generation that will be better. Yes.
Sure. All right, you're doing a good job. So I want you to give your handles as we conclude this video. Where can we find Matters Youth Foundation, and all the links that are going to help our viewer maybe to see about what they're doing out there. And by the way, this is not paid broadcasting. This is not paid partnership. This is just us spotting a very good guy out there who is doing amazing stuff. So where can we get you guys?
Okay, Matters Youth Foundation, you can find us on Facebook, our name, or you can just search Matters Youth Foundation. You'll find us, you can DM, we'll get back to you immediately. We reply very fast. I think we're on Instagram. It's Matters Youth Foundation, and also maybe you can reach us personally. My handle is John Wangui on Facebook. I focus more on Facebook. I'll focus more on Twitter and Instagram soon. We also have Neema Ngodo, our counseling psychologist. You can reach out to her, but maybe I can give the contact which they can always reach, and the contact is 0792 106 049. If you want to reach Matters Youth Foundation, if you want a counselor to help you, reach out to us. Yes.
All right, it's a wrap. Thank you for coming to this show. May God bless this generation so that they can be able to support you. Amen. And be able to reap out of what you're doing out there.
Yes.
Yes, and they may hear you. Wakusikie kabisa, sindio? All right, thank you. So thank you viewers for watching that episode. Please subscribe to Washera Gikonyo TV and also Showtime TV, so that we can give you more and more empowerment about mental health. And very soon we are bringing more people into your way, so that we can be able to get to know which are some of the ways that we can help our generation to be able to align, one, to God's mandate, and number two, to live a healthy life, because those are two important things, so that we don't bury more people in our generation. So see you on the next time. My name is Jeff Ndegwa. You can follow me also on every platform, Jeff Ndegwa, Facebook, _Ndegwa on Instagram, and everywhere across all the social media. So have yourself a good day, because we are recording this in the morning. So wherever you are, have yourself a good time. We love you, and keep following our content. See you on the next time. Thank you.